Guys, and welcome to another episode of Lead and Thrive with Charity. I hope you've been keeping well. I hope you've been leading and thriving. Thank you so much for your engagement so far. It's been massive as usual. Thank you, and I hope you've been enjoying my story. And to my returning subscribers, and to the people just joining, my new subscribers, please subscribe to this YouTube channel because you know why? You're going to love it here. You are going to love it here, I promise you. So just give us a try and see how far we can build together, okay? So welcome back. And then guys, before I continue with what we have for today, I would like to say something. Do you know that there is one prayer that you shouldn't get tired of asking God? Maybe you've been doing it, but I think you have your testimony by the time I mention it, so I would like to hear it in the comment section. And that thing that I'm saying that you shouldn't get tired of asking God for is the gift of men. Don't joke with this one. Pray at each given time, gift of men. I don't get tired of this prayer. God, please send me helpers. Send me destiny helpers. You know, the way I call them, divine propellers. They propel you. You know, so it's an important prayer point that you should start praying. Call it any season, phase, stage, any point in time you need defining helpers, divine ones, the ones that, you know, these kind of people, they are the type that God can give. And mind you, they can be strangers, people you don't even know, you've not even interacted with them, it's just divinely orchestrated. Okay, so it's really helpful because in this episode I'm going to be sharing them. If I tell you that I go to this phase by myself, you know that I'm a big fat liar. I didn't get here all by myself. I received timely help at that point, and I'm so grateful for every one of them. You know, at some point I was thinking of writing their names. Of course I did. I don't want to forget any of them because I was so happy. You know, you can't understand. No, you understand. You have to understand. Yes, and in this episode, you know, remember in my last episode, I was just explaining that how I saw the opportunity and how I tried exploring their pages to learn more about the program and all of that. So in this episode, I'm going to be sharing what happened afterwards, the application process proper. And that's why I said I was going to mention people that helped me because, guys, I didn't get here. I didn't do it all by myself. You know, I don't have that superpower yet. God sent me helpers, which I'll be happy to share. So first off, I would like to share that, you know, in the previous one, I said I started my processes all together. My process of getting my international passport and every other thing, like my research proposal. And now I met a friend while I went to a bank. His name is Tomiwa. Tomiwa, shout out to you. I hope you see this video someday. Thank you so much for your assistance. Thank you so much. He assisted me when I was trying to ask around for ways I could start off with my international passport application process and all of that. So he shared his insights and assisted me. So should I tell them? Thank you so much. I really appreciate for your support. And guys, that was how I started my whole process together. And remember, the nature of my job, I leave the home very early in the morning because I needed to beat the traffic. The part of Lagos I am in the morning is usually rough. People go to work, so I had to leave the home early because I report to work by 8 a.m. and then we close by 5 p.m. So it was like that. And before we close work and start coming back home, sometimes we have to also try to get home early, but then traffic is still there. So most of the time I get home late. I have to still cook and then to still rest more for the food to digest and scroll some more to learn on media, social media, and then now get back to work. Because sometimes, remember the application window was very short for me, so I don't even have the luxury time. So I had to just do all of those things start my application process from where I stopped the previous day. That was what I was just doing. And sometimes I walk through the night and I still have to wake up the following morning to go to work. So it was not easy. It was not so easy. So, and that was it, guys. One of the requirements, like I mentioned before, is the research proposal. And for the scientists amongst us, even researchers among us, you mustn't be a science student or science graduate. You know that research proposal is something that is very, very important. You don't do it anyhow. You have to think. It's like, for those of us that don't know, research proposal is where you get to say explicitly what you want to do, your research title, what your research is all about, why are you doing that research, is it relevant in the global sphere, is it a burden, what questions do you hope to solve, what methodology will you be implementing in the research, the study design, everything, population that have been affected, different things. You need to just do all of that. And guys, it was a whole lot of thinking for me. I love research, but I needed to just take my time to really understand, because now it's about global thing, So I needed to just think very well. And in this light, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Innocent Mary Ejiofor. Thank you so much, sir, for your help. I hope you see this someday. So I want to thank him for how he assisted me in modifying my topic. He's a busy person. He's my lecturer and mentor in school. I'm so grateful for the gift of him, because he's one of those lecturers that I really, really admire, and how he always show up for students. So, sir, thank you very much. Even in our platform, Grow, Lead, and Thrive Hub, he has been really helpful to us. Thank you, sir. So, and also to Dr. BC Bright. I met her through the Live Well initiative. She was able to give me her audience. So thank you so much, ma. We were able to, at the end, craft out a topic for myself to start. This is just the topic. It's not the whole thing, just to get the topic. And Dr. Innocent Mary, when we're having this conversation, he asked me, what do you want to do? Because he wants me. I'm the one that will do the research and all of that. So I was now thinking, my dad suffered from type 1 diabetes. So I said, okay, maybe I've been thinking of doing something in that regard. And that was one thing that led me to study pharmacy at first. So I said, okay, let me do something in that regard. So we finally modified the topic in that aspect. So I started working, doing all of those things I mentioned, the why, the how, and the what, and all of that. So yes. And I was able to come up with the proposal. And then again, we now talk about the other documentations, that like the NIN, the National Identification Number, for those of us that don't know. So this one is where you are going to include the National Identification Number. So I had to go get it from the enrollment center. I have mine, but I have an issue with it. So I needed to clear it up and just get it ready. So I remember, like I explained, the nature of my job, I don't really have time. The only break I have is from 12 to 1. So I remember taking excuses from my supervisor, thanks to him, that I'm going to Ikeja, to the enrollment center, to do all of these things. And guys, it was not so easy on me, because sometimes I still get to meet the traffic on the way. Sometimes I get to meet it. Sometimes it's always rainy. Lagos weather now, so it's always rainy. The Lagos weather, the rain and everything. So it was like a whole lot of stress on me, but I still did that. Okay, so I remember getting to the enrollment center that day, and then getting to that place, guys. Hey, I got there late, and the way get to do their work early and dismiss, so it was like I arrived there late. And then one guy, I was still trying to find my way in, because they have different segments. So I was still trying to find my way in, and one guy was like, why are you coming by this time? Don't you think we have family at home to take care of, and you think we'll be waiting here all day, and it's raining? I just kept quiet. I didn't say anything because I know that yes, you are correct, but I didn't say anything. I was just calm. So he just said that and left me. And in my heart of heart, I was saying, God, I don't want to waste time. Like I don't want to just come here and not do anything. Because all this stress of leaving work, coming to this place, all the sacrifices, most of this period I skip my lunch, just to get things done. So I just wanted to just at least let somebody even ask me, what do you want us to do for you? Or just even listen to me. So I was just there calculating inside my mind when someone just came to me. I was like, young lady, what can we do for you? Why are you coming by this time? What do you want to do? And that was how we started the conversation. I started introducing myself to him and why I came for the NIN rectification. So he said, you are calm, Mom. Where are you working? I told him. I said, okay. Oh, me and Baker. Oh, I worked with Fitting long time ago. That's good. Wow, what department? And guys, that's how we started discussing. That's how before you know it, I was like, Charity. We started conversing very well, discussing, and he was just flowing with me. And then before he now asked me, what do you want to do? I say, God, this is you. I was so happy. And that was how he was not the one doing it. He had to go through someone else that is already packing his load to leave, but he was not like, help this my sister, and let's just give her audience. And that was how they started doing my work, and we finished that day. I left there around 6-7. You can imagine 3 people, about 4 persons waiting for me to finish up, and I was like, I'm so excited. I was just thanking God that day that this whole process went well. And even him, he was saying, this girl, did you use charm on me that I had to wait? Like nobody can keep me here till this time. I have family, and to top it up, this was my last day here because I have been transferred to another location, and there's no other person that can do this for you here aside me. Just go and be thanking God. That was what he told me that day, and I was really thanking God. So guys, that was how I got my documents ready, and it was just remaining my international passport, and I was like, we're going to get this done too. So I remember taking an excuse from work again to go to that place. So I left very early. I told them I won't be coming back because of the nature of what I want to do. So I went to that place. It's at First Stack then. Yes, First Stack in Lagos. So I went there and I explained to the guy, if you see me, I was just so humble, very humble. Guys, you need to be humble. One thing, let me give you one advice. Don't be too quick to respond to officials doing 1 or 2 of all these rectifications and documentation processes. First off, you need to pray for favor. Ask God to just, help you as you are going. And then secondly, when you get there, you need to wear the garment of patience. You need to wear your smile. You need to wear every form of calmness. You don't need to talk back. Imagine that guy, the way he was talking back at me, he was really being insultive. But then I just remained calm. It's my nature. I didn't even reply him. But imagine that I had just, replied him to say, guy, you don't know me. You don't know the nature of my job. Why would you be talking back at me like that and all of that? It would have caused another thing. So you just have to have that quality. Just know that when you go to any place, just be calm as possible, because that's one way to win their heart. When you don't talk back at them. I feel. So that was how it happened too at the immigration office. And is it immigration? Yes. So he paid attention to me. He said, it's impossible. You have to take your capturing and then come back. I was just like, I wish I can do this. I wish. And that was how we started. We started discussing. I work in me and Baker manufacturing company, and he introduced me to himself too. We were just discussing, and all of that. So guys, communication is really important though. I'm learning because I'm not used to it, but I have been improving over the years and I see it working. So that's how we started discussing things, and I was able to do my passport that day. Everything was ready. see me thanking God. I was so happy. You know that moment you tick the goal. I was so happy, and I went home fulfilled. I was like, yes, Charity, you're doing it. You're killing it. You're killing it. So, guys, you just have to really, really have a posture, a mind posture before visiting other spaces. So I was able to get all those documents. I remember the night before submission. Oh my god. That night we had power outage. And I was like, oh my god, how do I meet up with this? So I was just arranging, because we had to send it through the email. I started arranging the documents one after the other, in order to meet up. And it was like, just imagine race against time. It was really a war, because I was just doing everything. I didn't even eat. Imagine, I would have captured these processes, honestly, because I would have loved to see myself in tension then. So I did that, and I remember after clicking the send button, I exhaled deeply. I was like, Charity, you did it! I was so happy, because guys, imagine all those processes of me going here and there, trying to get my court affidavit, my documentations, my certifications and everything. I was just saying in my heart, Charity, you will see through this. Charity, you will see through this. And guys, now I'm now submitting and then saying the same thing, that I did it. I've personally saw through it all. So I was so happy, and that was how I submitted it. And guys, I was so happy. So we now went to the waiting phase, where we had to wait till their notification. And guys, I'll stop here. So, and I hope to put you through the remaining phases of how it went, the notification processes and everything. Remember guys, I want us to really enjoy this journey. I don't want us to be bored. I want you to enjoy the journey with me. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Please ensure that you like my YouTube channel, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell, so whenever I post new videos, you're going to be the first to watch it and talk to someone about my YouTube channel. Bye and catch up.